We are making pork chops, yams, and macaroni and cheese and cornbread for dinner today. Not Sunday dinner, but Monday dinner. Who gives a shit? It's dinner. Okay. I did not upload a video today, so I decided to come on and talk to y'all instead. Give myself a little. Mama needed a little mental break. She's been uploading consistently for a couple months now. So, hi, Anakins. So yeah, I've been uploading consistently for a couple of months now. So, Mama decided to just come on and talk to y'all. But I want to just talk to y'all about like fat phobia because it's really getting out of hand and we need to address it immediately. I really don't get, maybe in Loser Universe, on Loser Planet, on Loser Block, and Loser Basement, I'm cooking, Bestie. Pillinga, yeah. In Loser Basement, on Loser Street, and you Loser Universe on Loser Planet, maybe it's perfectly normal to y'all to be like hot and bothered by somebody else's weight, but I've always found it so fucking weird. I find any ism or really any phobia that involves like a person who doesn't affect you in any way, like I always find that so fucking weird. As somebody who's not a loser, maybe that's the dead giveaway, is that only losers are affected by that type of stuff. But I'm just fucking not. To me, it's strange. To me, it's weird. Why are you so angry about what somebody else got going on with their body? Why are you so worried about that? Even when I was considered, I guess you could say skinny, back in my high school days, my thighs were still thick, but even back then, I wasn't worried about what the next motherfucker was doing. I wasn't like going on and on about it, being upset about what somebody's doing with their body. If somebody's skinny, if somebody's fat, if somebody's short, if somebody's tall, like I just, hey SpongeBob, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't adhere to that type of life. I don't understand that personally. And so when I see people getting physically angry over somebody's body, I'm like, are you cool? Like, once again, maybe on Loser Street and Loser Basement, that's perfectly normal. But to the rest of us who have shit going on, to the rest of us who are happy individuals, to the rest of us who are successful, like, we don't get that. We don't understand that. Are you okay? And then, like, when it comes down to, like, fat phobic people, transphobic people, homophobic people, racist people, like, you have to ask them to further elaborate, right? Further elaborate on what exactly you mean. Because what do you mean you find it funny that somebody is a bigger person? Let's just say that somebody had passed away from diabetes because of their weight. You would find that amusing? Why? You think it's funny when people die? Oh, no? You just think that it's funny because they died from a disease? Oh, no? Okay, so you just think that it's funny that they died from a disease because they caused it? You still think that it's funny that somebody died from a disease? Imagine that. I'm not miserable, personally. So I don't know what a miserable life looks like. You know what I'm saying? Imagine basking in the death of someone. Imagine basking, like genuinely, when I sit back and think about it, as somebody who's not a loser, as somebody who's not a loser, as somebody who's not pathetic, as somebody who's not miserable, it's just like, I can't understand you. I don't get that. Give me a second. Oh, never mind. I didn't have to do anything. Thanks, Yana. I was about to remove them myself, but thank you. I personally just don't get that. I don't understand it. I've never been able to adhere to it. It's weird. You're fucking weird. Y'all can't even see what I'm doing. Hold on. You're weird. Like, I don't, as a happy person, I don't get how you're like, and like they just walk around happy about it. Like you walk around happy about it. You walk around. I don't understand it. What are we excited about? You're happy over somebody else's death. You're happy about somebody else being sick. You being miserable brings you joy. As a non-loser, I don't get that. How are you upset? Like you get a visceral reaction out of seeing somebody else's body type. I don't personally get that. And then especially it's so weird to me now after being on social media all these years. It's especially weird to me now because before, when I was before, like, you know, when I was younger, before, you know, social media became like this really big thing, and like parasocial relationships. Well, parasocial relationships have been around for a while, but it's gotten worse with social media. But like when I was growing up as a kid, I went to a high school that didn't condone bullying. I went to a high school where most of the student body, like for the most of my school years, besides like the last, like maybe last year, when like, you know, they implemented some type of program and we got a whole bunch of stupid kids in there. But before that, my school did not play about bullying. And it's like they didn't even have to, like the staff really didn't even really have to get involved when it came down to bullying, because my high school, we just didn't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bye. In the eye of the beholder, if you were all the same, it would be boring. If you're doing the same one, you're missing out on life. Exactly, Tamara. Exactly. But in my school, like, if you were trying to be a bully, we would look at you like this. Are you okay? If you have time to bully people, you don't have enough going on. If you have time to be bogus towards somebody, if you're spending your time, your hours, your life focusing on how many outfits this person had this week, what their weight is looking like, how their hair is today, you don't have enough the fuck to do. I went to a college preparatory high school. The rest of the students will be looking at you like, are you bored? I don't know how to say it. Is it Kev or Kiev? How you say your name? Hi. Are you okay? Like, at the college preparatory school, we have seniors who were taking college classes in high school. We're in student council. We have sports. We're planning for proms. We got literacy days and shit. What you got going on? And the way that we saw you, like if you were somebody who went out of your way to bully somebody, well, the way we saw you, it was kind of like you're not going to make it far. You peaked in middle school. You're not passing your classes. You're kind of stupid. You're not doing well at all. If you got time to bully people, you don't have enough to do. There's too much time on your hands. And people who are not busy, people who are not successful, people who are not fulfilled, people who are not intelligent, they don't have anything to do besides sit around and hate on other people because they do the bare minimum. Exceptional people, they don't have time to be sitting around. Fulfilled people, they don't have time to be sitting around and talking about people. They don't spend their hours and days observing people's bodies, wondering, oh, what did they wear today? How did they look today? How much weight did they lose or gain today? Are you cool? Do you need help? Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me, ever. How are you getting a visceral reaction out of somebody's body? Now, as human beings, we are naturally vain. Hold on. As human beings, we are naturally vain, right? If I was bullied, I wouldn't even give them the type of day, wasted my energy. My sister was really in school, and she was the sweetest person I know. They missed out. Yeah. But human beings are naturally vain, right? We support things that we think are pretty and don't support things that we don't think are pretty, unless they're giving us some other type of, I guess you can say, I don't want to say release or whatever, but satisfaction, I guess you can say. Let me grab my stuff. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm making this. Okay. Anywho, we're naturally vain. So unless something is like satisfying us in some type of way, we tend to turn a blind eye to it, unless that thing is giving us satisfaction. So for instance, if somebody is unattractive, if they're funny, you know what I'm saying, we'll invite it in, right? It's okay for you not to like the way that somebody looks. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to be attracted to everything. You don't have to like everything. That's fine, Nutmeg. You don't have to. But if you don't like something, keep that shit to your fucking self. I feel like a saying that is lost on us nowadays, which my mama had made us live by as children. Don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep it pushing. Mind your business. Okay, you don't like the way that person looks. Okay. You don't like that person's car. Okay. So what? And what about it? Find yourself something safe to do. Find yourself something interesting to do. If you focusing on what other people's doing and you feel so damn moved to say how much you don't like it, you don't have enough to do. You got too much time on your damn hands. Exactly, boo. Says whether it's pretty or not, people are trying different things. Yes. Exactly. And yes, the beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. You might not think that something is attractive, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, that doesn't give you a right, brown sugar, and then it was vanilla paste. That doesn't give you the right to talk down on people. That doesn't give you the right to be mean to people. You don't have to like everything. But another thing is, not everything is for you. That's another thing I can't stand. Not everything is for your benefit. How entitled do you have to be for you to sit back and think that the people around you, everybody lives for you, for your likes, for your achievements, for your desires, for what you want and what you like? Bitch, we all living our lives. Ain't nobody sitting back wondering what you want, what you think. People is living their damn lives. And I suggest that you join the party. And y'all, what invited this conversation was that, I don't know if y'all seen it, but on TikTok, either TikTok or Instagram or whatever, Cardi B, I guess she just released a clothing line or whatever, and the 3X sizes sold out, right? They were the first things to go. She came on whatever platform and basically said something along the lines of, damn, all the 3Xs sold out that fast, y'all fat. Something like that, right? I'm paraphrasing. Y'all can look it up yourself. Exactly. Beautiful people know beautiful people. That was done. But she basically came out and said that about her plus size fans. If y'all do not know, Samira, which is a plus size girly pop, who is an advocator for plus size bodies and just, I don't know, human decency. She came out and basically said, Cardi B, I'm disappointed because the fact that you felt comfortable coming out and being fat phobic towards your audience is messed up. And then you're trying to basically say, well, I was talking to my fans. Is that how you talk to your fans? You come out and you call them fat? You live in America, no? You do know that 75% of the American population is considered overweight or obese, right? And actually in college, in 2020, I did an entire project on this where I basically covered fast fashion and then, plus size bodies and stuff like that. And I think his name is Tim Nunn or Tim Gunn, or who was the older white guy with glasses who did Project Runway? Him. I read an article about him that he talked about how most of the people who shop, the people who are spending the most money, it is not the skinny women. It's the plus size girlies. It's the girls in a size 14 or more jeans. That's who's shopping. And as somebody who used to work in retail, I used to work in retail for almost 3 years, he wasn't lying. The largest, extra larges, and the mediums would be gone immediately. But them extra smalls would sit on the rack for weeks. Those will be the ones ending up in clearance. Every single time. Those will be the ones ending up in clearance. And as you should be, Tamara, as you freaking should be. And I was telling people, like, even let's just say for argument's sake that an American population, it wasn't 75% overweight. It doesn't fucking matter. Not everybody wants to meet the societal standard of fit. Not everybody wants to look like the rest of you bitches. Some hoes like to be different. Some people like their body. But see, the thing is, and this once again, on Loserville, on Loser Street, and Loser Building, and Loser Basement, it's normalized for you to project and announce to the world on a damn megaphone that you're miserable and that you hate your body. You, to the point where you cannot fathom that somebody could not be wearing their body or being a certain way to appease societal standards. You can't fathom that in your brain. You can't fathom somebody being not societal fit or societal standard of beauty and being absolutely in love with themselves. You cannot fathom that because you're a miserable fuck. Like, you're so miserable that you cannot fathom the idea of somebody loving their body outside of what society accepts as beautiful. And personally, I grew up in an era before the internet. But not really the internet, but before social media really blew up. I'm early Gen Z. So we had a childhood. Before we got social media. We grew up with social media, right? So beforehand, it used to be shameful for you to be stupid. It used to be shameful for you to not know what you're talking about. It used to be shameful. But now in the age of social media, everything is entertainment. Everything is ha ha he he. Take it with a grain of salt. It used to be a time where if you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, people would look at you like, dum-dum, don't speak again. Okay? Don't say words again. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your family. You're embarrassed. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment just even talking to you. That's how it used to be. You couldn't just say some shit and then connect with other imbeciles. You would be an imbecile by your damn self. So now we got people walking around being misinformed, having places where they can just go and say anything. Anything. We're seeing it right now with MAGA. With MAGA. While we're even giving people like that platforms, beats the fuck out of me. Beats the crap out of me. I thought it was shameful to be stupid. Going to the school I went to, being in the spaces I was in, you were considered a fucking idiot. And you would hide in the corner. And everybody always knew the person who was a bully was dumb. If you were a bully, you were fucking dumb. That's the only reason why you're a bully. That's all you have. You don't have anything else. I grew up with that. I grew up with education being valued. It being essential. Now we got motherfuckers nowadays who think that being dumb is cute. I am making Sunday dinner on a Monday. which is pork chops, yams, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread for dinner. But this is the yams right here. But now people think that it's cute and that it's normal to be not only ill-informed, but just be perfectly okay with being that way. Because you're surrounded by other imbeciles. You're surrounded by other imbecilic people. So it's almost like being informed, and being an intellectual, it's almost like a dime a dozen. It's almost as if you get lucky if people are fucking smart. And I never. I never thought that something like that would ever be normalized. God forbid. Hello? Exactly. Exactly. Because being a bully is so lame. Once again, too much time on your hands. You're too busy worrying about bullying the smart kid. That's a trope I never understood as a child. How are you bullying somebody for being smart? You're bullying somebody for being intelligent? You got too much time on your hands. You don't have enough going on. And if I was a parent, I just couldn't accept that, personally. I just couldn't accept that. Because what the hell do you mean you have time to sit around and bully some damn body? Go do your homework. Go solve world hunger, since you got so much time to bully some damn body. Go find you something to do. Or I'm going to give you something to do. That's how our parents used to raise us. Go find something to do, or I'm going to give you something to do. Like, but it's just the basis of it is that it's just so, like, it's so childish to me. It's so childish, so immature. It just shows your lack of skill, your lack of intelligence, your lack of wherewithal, your lack of just general anything. It shows me that you're not an exceptional person when you have to bully people. Like, I look at you and I'm like, are you okay? How are you perfectly fine but walking around here letting everybody know that you're a fucking loser? Not only are you a fucking loser, you don't know what the fuck you want to do with your life. Parents don't cry down on their children anymore. No, they do not. No, they do not. As a matter of fact, they reward the behavior with big ass birthday parties and prom. How are you not ashamed? How? I just never understood that. Especially the parents who be doubling down. Oh, they're just kids. They're just doing what kids do. Your kid should be focusing on their education. Your kid should be spending their time doing other things. If you got time to bully, you got time to be in a sport. You got time to bully, you got time to be in that class. You got time to bully, you got time to pay attention. I see, as a parent, if my kid was being a bully, you're just not busy enough. No worries. Thank you for letting me know about that concern. Okay? Let me make sure that you have 0 time on your hands. Because apparently you got too much time. Just you sitting around bullying motherfuckers. And for the Cardi B comment, getting back to that, people were just like, oh, y'all are too sensitive or whatever. The thing that radicalizes me, I may have put too many noodles in here. Yeah, I put too many noodles. That's okay. Oh well, I have made macaroni for days. Hello? Okay, well, real quick. Exactly. We don't do that up here. But the thing that fries me the most about that type of stuff, when people say, oh, you're too sensitive. I just never understand it, especially especially if you are not a fit, young, rich, white man. If you don't meet those categories, if you're not part of that very small demographic, I don't know how you are talking about anybody. Personally, if you're a woman, if you're a part of a minority group, you are a part of a certain ethnicity, you're an immigrant, you're poor, you're disabled. I don't know where you get that from. How you think that somebody can't take that same rhetoric that you apply to being fatphobic to any other ism or phobia to direct right at you. If you're not straight, I don't understand. Because just like you had called somebody a fat sloppy bitch, somebody can turn around and call you a tar monkey. And now look at you. Looking dumb. Somebody can tell you to go back to your country with that coronavirus. Somebody can call ICE on you. Somebody can say that you're not qualified for a role because you have a uterus. That rhetoric can be flipped right back on you. So I'm really not understanding where you think that you get away with being discriminatory or derogatory towards somebody else just because you don't like a certain thing about their body. You don't have enough going on. Simple as that. Hold on, y'all. Never made fun of poor people. Not everyone is given the same opportunities in life. Exactly. Everybody's not given the same opportunities in life. But I use those because it's the same thing. It's the same shit, different toilet. Same shit, different toilet. You being derogatory towards anyone, I don't know. You can always leave. Nobody's here holding you against your will. Hopefully you know that. If you didn't, I just told you. I always forget which one is it. 1, 3. I don't even know which one it is. This is 1, 4. So this has to be. Which? It can be turned right back on you. You don't have enough going on in your fucking life. People don't get the same opportunities. People are discriminated against every day. And that's why I always find it super funny. Very funny. Especially when I see my people being derogatory towards anybody. We experience racism every day. Daily. Almost every second of the damn day. We can't get no peace or anything. And you over here being derogatory towards somebody? You discriminated against somebody? When we fight for our liberation every day, you out here discriminating? You out here being rude and mean and shit? What the fuck you got going on? This is cornbread. What? Where? Like, try something for you. Where you get the unmitigated gall? Where do you get that shit from? Where? I don't understand. Everything that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, and you over here being discriminatory towards somebody? Make that make sense. Exactly. I put jalapenos in my cornbread and bacon. Someone said cornbread. Yeah. Yeah, it's cornbread. Like, where did you get that from? Genuinely. I don't understand it. Genuinely, I freaking don't. And why you think you're exempt? That's another thing I don't get. And like you said, tomorrow, that karma gonna come back to bite you in the ass. And I don't know how people don't think that you're gonna reap what you sow. And another thing, I always say I just don't freaking get how you feel comfortable telling people that you're miserable like that. If I was a miserable loser, I wouldn't want anybody to know. Obviously, yeah, they weren't. It's Jiffy cornbread is a good brand. Yeah, it's Jiffy. I wouldn't want the world to know. I would put that in hiding all day, every day. I wouldn't want anyone to know that I'm a pathetic loser. But you see people doing it, announcing themselves daily. Daily. And some of them, y'all, are so, I don't even know what to say, like, so overly confident that they would post themselves on social media. They will look like the back of a cockroach's knee and then have the nerve to talk. I'm like, baby, your confidence is out of this world. At this point, you're an extraterrestrial. Because where did all that confidence come from? On a pedestal, but unfortunately a lot of people let them. Actually, I'm up for some good cornbread techniques. I don't know how you put yourself on a pedestal when you look like that. Be broke. Be single. Not by choice. Like, be miserable. I wouldn't want anybody to ever know. Oh, by the way, I'm trying something different with my cornbread. I added whipped butter this time, so maybe it'll be a little bit better. Because usually I just go for just using the brand, but why not be a little fancy? You be putting yourself on display, letting everybody know that you're miserable, and I just can't get into that. I don't understand that. Never understood it. Well, cornbread's not gonna be done for a while. I still gotta put it in this muffin pan. But yeah, make sure y'all wash y'all meat. Okay. Wash your meat. Okay. I really don't mind sharing my recipes online. I really don't care. We all stole them from somebody anyway. A little bit of vinegar. Use a quick little wash. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Most of the males I knew in high school that were made fun of were the most successful. Exactly. It just makes no sense. That's how I know that you're uneducated. You're uneducated. And I don't know how you feel comfortable letting everybody know that you're uneducated. That's what gets me tomorrow. That's what gets me the most. How are you okay with letting everybody know that you ain't got nothing going on? Because happy, successful, fulfilled people don't sit around talking about people. They just don't. They just don't. They got businesses to run. They got people to talk to. They got families to manage. Their lives are happy and fulfilling. They don't sit around talking about people. Even if they don't like something. It is what it is. They're busy. And so that's how I know it's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. When you don't have anything going on. And sorry y'all if I jump from topic to topic. I got ADHD. Y'all know that. You don't have anything going on worth a damn. And that shit is crazy as fuck. That you feel comfortable enough letting everybody know that. You have no shame in letting everyone know. And me, someone who's never been a loser, I just don't get it. And it's not something that I want to get. I want to make that abundantly clear. I don't want to understand it. I just wish that you would understand the predicament you're in. Garlic powder, onion powder. I just wish that you would understand the predicament that you're putting yourself in. We males aren't what? Maybe. And it's just so normalized now, I just don't fucking get it. But people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. I just hope that when you know it's your time, that you're perfectly okay with your circumstances. And that's something that pisses me the fuck off. It pisses me off so bad. Don't dish it out if you can't fucking take it. Hello? Oh. Like, you'll find motherfuckers who will say the most heinous, craziest shit to people. I'm confused too tomorrow. I don't know what Abby is talking about. You on a planet that we not on. What was I saying? What was I saying, y'all? I forgot. So fucking loud, ain't got nothing going on. SpongeBob, I could have swore I saw you earlier. I swore I did. Girl, you don't flip. Oh, okay. Yeah, making sure I wasn't tripping. That's good, Abby, but I don't even know what the fuck I was saying, y'all. ADHD rain. Hold on. Bitch, why isn't my sock coming out? I removed that thing, so it should be coming out just fine. Girl, what you got going on? Sorry, y'all, my damn salt. What in the fucking world? Salty in some places, bro. nice piece of meat. But whatever I was saying earlier, getting back to it, I find my way back. But it's fucking weird. It's strange. It gets you nowhere. You achieve nothing. Like, bullying people is only gonna make you look like an asshole. Oh, that's what I was saying. I hate people who can put it out and can't receive it. And I've made regular cornbread too. So I have cornmeal. I can make it from scratch too if I wanted to. But I typically don't. I'm a convenience cook. Okay. I will cook something, but I'm not gonna make it take me 19 million hours unless it's for Thanksgiving or something. But yeah, I hate people who can put it out there but can't take it. How the fuck are you telling somebody something so horrible that'll make them want to take their own life? But then when somebody says some shit to you, all of a sudden, take it easy on me. You have a platform. I'm disabled. I come from this. Bitch! How the fuck can you be trying to tell us to take it easy on you when you just told somebody because they're fat, they should remove themselves from the planet? No! I'm about to eat you alive for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm about to hurt you so bad, I'm about to make you cry. I'm not gonna feel nothing about it. I ain't gonna have nothing to say. Put this over here. That's why I love Drew Afawala, because my girl keep it real. All day, every day. She keep it real. No, I'm not about to be nice to you. No, I'm not going to take back what I said. I hate when people do that. Don't say some shit if you can't take it. Point blank, period. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Flour. Hold on, missing y'all comments. Yep. Thanks, Yada Bean. Just on your comments. Getting pork chops now. Cool. I haven't been called to receive it. Abi, do you even want to be here? Because I'm about to have my moderator block you. Because you came in this mug being a hater. And now for some reason you decided to stay. I'm not really sure why. But once again, nobody told you against your will. I'm doing the pork chops now, like Yada Bean said in the comments. I do a mixture of flour, and then I like to add a little bit of oh, okay. You're saying some weird stuff. Not sure. Say something else weird, I'm gonna have my moderator block you. I put flour, and then I add like a little bit of cornstarch. Not too much. Just enough for me to make a nice little crisp. I like the way that the cornstarch sits. Yeah, no. I don't know if I want to. Should I add egg? Possibly. I don't know, but I don't know. Listen, my memory might not be the best all the damn time, but it's good when it comes down to somebody being weird and said some weird stuff. Came in here talking about some. Why is this on my feed? I don't know. But hopefully you can have a good time with the rest of us. Onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, salt, pepper. That's what I'm adding to the flour. That's what I added to the pork chops. Let me show y'all the pork chops. Those are the pork chops, nice and seasoned. Okay. The way I like to season my food, I like to season my flour. I like to season, oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna add some, this says all-purpose seasoning, but it's nature seasoning in here. I'm gonna add some of that to my flour. I like to add it on my meat. I like to add it in my flour. And then when I do my egg wash, I like to add a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder in there as well. That way. And y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm gonna add me a little sugar too. Just a little bit to my flour. For some reason, it just adds that beautiful balance. Don't knock it till you try it. Okay? I ain't never had somebody complain about my food before. Anytime I cook, anybody has had my food, loves my food. Okay. But I'm a balanced palate girly. I like my food to have a nice balance to it. So good savory, salt. But I don't like something that's too savory or anything. I really can't eat anything that's too sweet. I got into a fight only once in my life. This girl back in the day used to make fun of my brother's speech impediment. He was deaf in one ear. She kept doing it every day. I had felt bad, but she had it coming. Yeah, I mean, I grew up fighting. I grew up fighting boys, girls. It didn't really matter. Anybody can get it. And I grew up in a childhood where if you couldn't fight, if you embarrass your group, they gonna beat your ass. So you better know how to fight. And if you don't know how to fight, you better practice. Hello? But I'm gonna use this for something. But I can use it for now. As I should. Let me get my little egg wash. These even gonna fit. We'll make it work. And speaking of beating up people on social media, you can tell people who've never gotten their ass beat. And just one good time. I wish that we could find a motherfucker. And I'm like, maybe God hasn't made me wealthy yet, because if it was up to me, I would be using my resources to find them bitches' IP addresses, track them hoes down, and give them a quick little knock knock. Hello? Housekeeping. We see you like to bully people online. Thought I'd just stop on by. Give you a little pixie. See how we doing? I added all the seasonings, except for just 2. That's all right. See how it's going? Because y'all a little too comfortable. Y'all ain't never had y'all ass beat before. And you think that you're safe behind that screen. You think you're safe behind that screen. And you're not. One day, you're going to piss off the wrong motherfucker. A motherfucker with money or a motherfucker with resources. And that's going to be your ass. Pork chop. Seasoned pork chop. Into the egg wash. Right? Like that. Okay. Into the flour. Lid. I don't know why I'm making everything right now, knowing damn well the yams ain't gonna be done for like an hour and a half. Oh well. Silly Billy! Oh my gosh, haven't seen you forever. Yeah, we started off talking about fat phobia and how Cardi B just got done talking about her plus size community fans selling out her plus sizes and her clothing, and how being fatphobic or whatever just makes you a fucking loser. And I was just talking about how on social media has changed the game so much with how people interact and how they act and stuff like that, where people have never gotten their ass beat before. And they need to. Immediately. Trolls feel safe. Hard to track now. Yep. I'm off for a lot of streams. I know a lot of them. Yeah. They make me sick. And that's why I said I think that God has not made me wealthy yet. Because I'm telling you right the fuck now, I will make time. Because the one thing I love to do is bully a bully. I love to bully a bully. And I tell people all the time, don't try to be funny unless you're prepared for me to be hilarious. That's all I'm going to say. If you're prepared for me to be hilarious, then go right ahead, Bookie. Do what you feel that you need to do. But if you're not prepared for that, do not open your fucking gums. And then the thing that be killing you the most is that they be illiterate. I literally just posted a video about this exact topic, about the thing with Cardi B and stuff. And somebody had said, they commented, they was like, your, what the fuck did what did he say? Your be a slim thick. Your want be, there we go. Your want be a slim thick. See, the illiteracy, my brain can't even remember what they said. Your want be a slim thick. I said, what were you trying to say? I'm sorry, I don't speak illiterate. I don't speak illiterate. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I hope you find it. Whatever words you were trying to gather on up, I hope you collect them eventually, at some point. Hopefully you find it. Because baby, what? Silly Billy, we are making Sunday dinner on a Monday night. ADHD activities. Pork chops, yams, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread muffins. Reason why y'all batter don't be sticking to y'all meat, y'all don't let it sit. Y'all gotta let that sit. Okay. Hold on, missing y'all comments. Wait. The internet is such a vile place, literally, especially just in the last 8 months. It's gotten a million times worse. Yep, because we got the orange man in office. And 50% of American adults can't read above 5th grade level. Exactly. I already know your food is bomb. I can't even smell it. Yeah, I mean, any single time I had a friend who was just like, girl, do you need a dog? After I gave her food. Y'all saw that ADHD adventure. If you didn't, it's the very first ADHD adventure I uploaded. That was the first time my friend Keena and my god sister had ever tried my food, and they loved it. But yeah, they're illiterate. That's why I be like, don't you got some reading to do? That's what I don't get as an intellectual. As you know, my society members were all intellectuals. As an intellectual, I personally don't get it. If I'm stupid, I'm not gonna be sitting around trying to find ways to be discriminatory towards anybody. If I can't spell legislation, if I can't properly construct a sentence, if I think 2 + 2 is 16, I have things to worry about. So I never understand it, and I don't think I'll ever will understand it, how that works. And I was just telling everybody, Silly Billy, how like in my high school, if you were bullying people, you were considered a weirdo because we don't think that you have enough going on. You weren't busy enough for us. You were not busy enough. In my high school, we in college prep classes. We in AP classes. We got literacy days and shit going on. We got tests. Some students was taking college courses in high school. We have things to do. So if you're bullying people, we'll be looking at you like this. We were the type of high school where you could literally be who you wanted to be. And on top of that, my school just didn't play about bullying. They just didn't play. Oh shit, I forgot to put it in the egg wash. How y'all let me forget to put it in the egg wash? Oh well. There we go. Nope, it didn't even need to go in there. But they didn't play that. I remember one time I had a friend who was getting bullied online. This how much my school didn't play by bullying. You had to bully people online. She was getting bullied online by these 2 ugly boys. And I don't know if she reported it or if another student reported them. Baby, you would have thought they snatched them niggas off the street. They got him out of there with a swiftness. They pulled up the post. And everything. It was like, child. Yeah, suspended. We're going to go ahead and get you up out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's just so fucking weird. There was one time we had a girl who was trying her hardest, y'all. When I say her hardest, her damnedest to be a bully. Hold on, I'm missing y'all comments. Let me read them. Silly is easy for them because they're not doing it face to face. Exactly, they'll get their ass smacked. I just learned today that many orange supporters, think continents are condiments when asked how many continents there are. And Tammy Fletcher, thankfully we have some folks doing the Lord's work. Hello? Hey, Serenity! My girl! Hi, Girly Pop! I have never seen you on here. I've never seen you on the live before, Girly Pop. It's good to see you. I came on here because I didn't give y'all a video today. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm a little spent. I'm trying to teach myself not to overexert myself. So I'm mentally checked out. So I don't disappear on y'all for 6 weeks again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be Corey Kinch's little twin. So I said, you know what? Since I couldn't post a video today, I'm just gonna hop on live and talk to them, see what's going on. But Serenity, we are making pork chops. We're making Sunday dinner on a Monday night. We're making pork chops, yams, and macaroni and cheese with cornbread muffins. Girl, you scared me, man. You scared me, baby, my night. Sorry, I ain't trying to scare you. I'm just excited to see you. So I love seeing y'all. I love talking to y'all in real time. I know y'all watch the videos and y'all be engaging and stuff. It's just nice to talk to y'all like here. Like, you know, I feel like y'all my friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my society. I love y'all. That's such a struggle for me as a single mom with 2 kids who will very likely also have ADHD. We love you. I love y'all so bad. Y'all have no idea how much y'all support means to me. Like, literally. Like, yeah, like, and I bet it is like a struggle because ADHD, and that's another thing too. That's the reason why I'm such an advocate for ADHD. Is why my whole page is about it. Is because, dude, people don't realize how detrimental being a bully can be to some damn body. Kids have taken their lives over this shit, and it's the reason why I'm so adequate. As such an advocate. What am I saying? English. About it, because it's just like, I don't play that shit. I genuinely don't. As somebody who is a mental health advocate, as somebody who's grown up with mental health issues and behavioral issues and people not understanding me and me having to constantly advocate for myself and constantly fight to get people to understand me. Like, I am a diamond. Okay, the way that I did not become a villain, and it's actually crazy because the things that I have gone through is insane. Happy to be here. Kids are getting ADHD and autism, low-key crazy nowadays. Neurotypical, my bad. Hold on, missing y'all stuff. But, hold on. It's just mainly just because there's a lot more verifiable research on it. Exactly. Diagnoses are finally happening. It was always just as prevalent. Exactly. It just wasn't understood. Exactly. I hate when people say that. Oh my God, everybody got ADHD now. No, everybody did have ADHD, just like everybody was gay before. People were always gay. It's not new. It's not new at all. Being trans is also not new. Being non-binary is also not new. It's not. You can just tell it in languages. Like, I think it's Korean, either Korean or Japanese. It could be both. Korean, Japanese, or Chinese. And like Asian countries, they don't have he, him, she, hers. They don't have that. They just call people by their names. Or they say like, I think it's Korean. They'll say like Sunbae or Hubei, or they'll say like, they give them other titles. They don't say she, her, he, him. They don't say that over there. So non-binary and all that shit has been around for forever. It's not new. Just now society has to give a fuck. That's the thing. Because you can't be silent about it anymore. You can't ignore it anymore. Neurotypical culture fosters bullying, in my opinion. Yes and no. Yes, being different has always been vilified. Yep. It's not new. I don't care what they are. Just don't force it on me. True. I mean, I don't like when people try to, like, I guess you could say, put everything on someone. But as long as what they're living and what they're doing with their life is not affecting you, then you really shouldn't have no problem. But certain things, just be careful with that tomorrow, because with certain things, people will try to say that, you know, something might be being forced or might be feeling like people are pushing it on you, but it's not that it's pushing, people are pushing on you. It's more so that it's getting recognition now. People are recognizing it and putting it in your face now, before when it used to be vilified for it. And so when you are privileged, it feels like oppression. And as a straight woman, I have that privilege, right? To just walk around the world and not have to worry about people wanting to unalive me just because of my sexual orientation, right? But I say it like this: if you don't want to see it, then just don't. You know what I'm saying? Turn off the TV, scroll. Because it's not new, it's not different. They're not turning the kids gay or whatever the fuck. Because if you could turn somebody gay from television, then why we got all these gay people now who were here before that? Before they started putting gay people on screen. Before they started putting representation on screen, big people on screen. Like, I'm part of the most marginalized community, as marginalized as it gets. Maybe I am a considered fat black woman. Baby. Hello. But one thing I'm gonna do is live my motherfucking life. Because you're not gonna ruin my life on earth. Exactly. They're turning the frogs gay. Actually, being gay is actually normal. It's actually very normal in the animal kingdom. A lot of animals do that, especially with certain animals. The most that I've seen has been with birds, but there's, I forgot what exactly it's called. It's like an island bird that they just, I just watched a documentary of a couple months ago, where when partners are scarce, and the females are scarce, which they mostly are, because I think the males outnumbered the women, outnumbered the female birds, I think either 2 or 3 to 1. So it wasn't a lot of female birds. They would just be companions with a male bird. It's not abnormal. It's very normal in the animal kingdom. Just like our gender roles are not normal. Most animal like relationships, the female runs everything. Even like in the Pride and stuff, that's the reason why I was obsessed with Animal Planet and stuff as a kid, because you can learn a lot about nature and what's natural by looking at animals. Genuinely. Like, people think, oh, the male lion, he runs the pride. No, he does not. I assure you he doesn't. I assure you. If he got sick or got old, or when he gets old, or if he got sick or injured, if he didn't leave voluntarily, them girls gonna put his ass in whatever you call the African lion t-shirt. Well, hold on, I'm missing y'all comments. Wait a minute. Straight people are more worried about our business than we are. Well, how many of us are celibate as fuck? Exactly. It's oftentimes the people who are oppressing the oppressed group are the ones who are always worried about it the most. Yep, and my girl dog is the only one mounting our boy dog. Hello? Nature is weird. It very much is. Well, they are teaching our kids in elementary schools about transgender. They shouldn't be learning that at that age. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being whoever you are, but starting to teach them that early, no. I would have to disagree with that, because children don't know what they want. And just exposing a child to another person who may be different from them won't make them into that person. Children, I think that people think that a kid is going to take something once they see it and fully adhere to it, fully keep it on, and they're never going to change. And that's just not how people work. Yes, when a child is learning the world, navigating the world, trying to figure out where they fit in and what works for them and what makes them happy, they're going to try things. They're going to experience things. They're going to do things that they may not understand what those things are at the time. I use myself as a perfect example. I was a tomboy most of my childhood. Most of my childhood, I played with boys. I had mostly boyfriends. I played sports. I would wrestle. I like to fight with boys, all types of stuff. I was a tomboy my whole fucking life. Almost my whole childhood life. It wasn't until I got into like maybe my 7th or 8th grade year that I started to become more and more girly. Took my mama for a storm. She was like, girl, I for sure thought. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is with children. Same thing with like, you know, I don't know if y'all ever grew up playing house. You know, kids wanting to like kiss and stuff like that. They do it because they see adults doing it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's who they are. They're just learning the world. And there are children who from a very beginning age, there are people from a very young age who learn early that they don't like the body that they are in, or they don't identify with the gender norms of society, right? So these were kids who were femboys in the very beginning, people who were transgender women in the very beginning. The importance of teaching our children that these type of people exist in the world is for them to know how to properly navigate it, right? How to properly interact with somebody like that, how to properly approach them, how to properly talk to them, how to properly address them. You know what I'm saying? Like this type of thing is important for a child to know, because how often are children unfiltered? Kids don't understand like social norms or consciousness, or, oh, you can't say that until we tell them, right? And so if a kid meets someone who outside of their normal gender bubble would be someone that they would never run into in the regular life, they should know how to properly interact with somebody like that. And just teaching them that those type of people exist won't make them those people. At the time, they might be a little confused about what they want, but that's why it's our responsibility as their elders, as their parents, as their elder siblings, as their cousins, uncles, whatever, teachers, to teach them or talk to them about what exactly they want to do, what exactly they want to be, what exactly do they need. Because oftentimes children don't know what they're trying to say or what they want or what they don't understand or what is or is not making them uncomfortable. They don't really know at that time. So because of that, they have us to talk to about that type of stuff. So if a young kid sees a transgender woman or sees a transgender man, and transgender men are really hard to notice, but even a transgender woman, and they're just like, or even just, I'll say a drag queen, because they're more easier to interpret. If a kid sees a drag queen, and they're just like, mama, what the hell is that? Which, you know, a lot of kids say that. If they say, mama, what the hell is that? That's the time as a parent to be able to be like, well, sweetheart, some people like to dress in fashion, some people like to put on dramatic makeup, some people like that type of stuff. And it is what it is. And so when I hear people say things like, oh, we shouldn't be teaching them that type of stuff young, well, why not? What's wrong with them learning that stuff young? Are you afraid that they're going to be who they are later on in life? And understanding that it's normal and that it's okay for you to want to be a drag queen, for you to want to be a femboy, for you to want to be gay, for you to be non-binary. Like, when we have those type of conversations, we have to get to the root cause of it. Because you can't at one hand say, oh, I want people to be who they are, and then be afraid to tell your children about it. Children do the weirdest fucking things. My little cousin, I helped with my auntie with raising her kids, or her 3 kids. My little cousin, I told her, this is flour, okay? This is real flour. Don't eat that flour. This is real flour, okay? It's not good. Do you think she listened to me? I turned my head for a second. For a second. I turn around, there's a puff of fucking smoke in the air. And I'm like, and all you see is powder all over her face. And she looking like this. And I'm like, it's not good, is it? She listened to me. Why didn't you? She didn't want to. Right? And it's because kids have to learn how to navigate the world in a way that makes sense to them at the time. And if they're confused, if they don't know, if they're unsure, that's what we're there for. To teach them, to talk to them. To be like, are you sure that's what you want? Are you sure that's what you like? Or did you just see your friend doing it? Or did you see your friend's big sister doing it? Or did you see me doing it? You really like that stuff? And part of us being the older people is making sure that kids know it's okay to explore. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be confused. It's fine. We all confused too. None of us got the fucking answers. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We just figuring it out. We're doing the best we can with what we have. And I'm going to read y'all comments in just a second. I just want to get this thought out. Doing the best we can with what we have. None of us have the fucking answers. So you really can't tell somebody what's the right or wrong way to live as long as you're not hurting no damn body or hurting yourself. Right? None of us have the answers. We never will, and we never have. Right? Hold on. Making sure I'm packing all this flour. Okay. And so we have to watch how we say those types of things because it does come off as dismissive. Kids don't know what the fuck they want. Kids don't know what they like. Kids don't know until they fucking try it. Until they try it. In the moment of discovering themselves, we need to stop taking kids so damn seriously. Because you never fucking know. I thought my whole life I was gonna be a damn veterinarian. But then when I grew up, I figured out, no. People kept on thinking that I was gonna be a lawyer. No, I just come on the internet and give my opinion. You can't put those type of stipulations on children. And when you say you don't want them learning about other people who are living their truth, it doesn't come off as you actually want people to be who they are. You want people who don't affect you or who are not involved with you to be who they are. But if your child was to be the one who become like them, would you have the same sentiment? I don't believe so. Hold on, let me read it. They just teaching kids that it's normal, age appropriate sex ed is so important. Yes, it is. Frogs will always get hippies. I said it in the 90s. Frogs don't even have a gender, if you want to be honest. Because they can change from a male to a female if they wanted to. Them and a whole bunch of other fish. Kids should be confused about it. No, they should not. They should definitely have information. Why would you want your children to be confused? Confusion leads to ignorance and mistakes. Lack of education leads to mistakes. They need to know early on being different and normal, and it shouldn't be minimalized. Exactly. Not in elementary school. Age appropriate is a key phrase there. Dramatic play is my fave. I'm a nanny, by the way. You see my eyes watering, y'all. I don't know why my eyes is watering. Nothing's burning. Hold on, y'all. I'm wearing my eyes. For some reason my eyes is watering. Child. Okay. Let me read. I like a lot of your reviews, but when they are in elementary school, middle school, okay. Meanwhile, children have heterosexual relationships pushed on them literally in infancy. I've had people tell me my infant son was flirting with them. Yep. Or that my daughter has a boyfriend as a toddler. Yep. Exactly. I'm afraid it confuses them. Elementary school is way too young. I don't believe so. Kids understand way more than you think. It doesn't confuse them if you teach them properly. Kids are so much smarter than almost anybody gives them credit for. Exactly. Kids might not always know exactly what they want, but if you are a conscious parent who takes conversations like seriously and tries to help your kid understand the world, you'll realize that they recognize a lot more stuff than you think they do. Not if a 7-year-old doesn't understand that their relatives molesting them. Hello. Let's talk about that. Exactly. Open conversations are so important. Age appropriate is the most important key phrase. They should be trading lunches, not talking about their sexuality. That's not exactly true. Kids, and that's another thing too I want to talk about in a second, that kids are way more sexual, a lot younger than y'all think. Silly on that seriously shit. We don't learn sex ed until middle school, bring it up then. Tomorrow, that's insane. Not in elementary school. Okay, hold on. I thought I was straight until I was in my 20s and was ashamed of my attraction to women until the last couple of years. Period, silly Billy. Like, none of y'all probably never seen the lessons plans. Hello? Yes, in elementary school, children get abused and need to know what's appropriate. When we say age-appropriate sex ed, we're talking about appropriate and inappropriate touch and super basic things about who to trust and what to do if you think something's wrong. Right. So, like, kids are experiencing with their sexuality a lot younger than people think. A lot younger than people think. I started my period when I was 11. I know girls who have started their periods 9 years old. Younger than that. You need to understand something about our bodies, right? Our conscious is not always in sync with our bodies, right? So teaching sex education very young is a great tool for children. If I ever have kids, I'm going to teach my children what a vagina is, what a penis is, all that. They're going to know what their body parts mean. Because oftentimes, predators bank on children being ill-informed, misinformed, so then they can call their private areas your tickle spot, your happy spot, your happy place. And then they use those types of words, sweet little words, to try to abuse the children that they're targeting, right? And so I don't see what exactly is the negative of a child learning about their sexuality, what their sexual body parts mean. I don't know what is the negative of that exactly. Like, because kids a lot younger than y'all think are touching themselves, touching other kids, being sexual. I knew a girl when I was probably, I'm gonna say like what, 10 years old, maybe 10, maybe 11 years old. I knew a girl who was like 3 years younger than me, maybe 7, 8. She was having sex, y'all. I don't know. But imagine if as parents, we had conversations with our children early on. My damn eyes watering. My damn electric stove. I fucking hate electric stoves. I thought I could get used to it, but I hate them. I hate electric stoves so much. They burn too much. It's fucking annoying. Maybe because things happen to those kids and no one taught them that it was assault. Yep, and they do the same thing to their peers. Oh my God, sorry, parents need to be so much more involved. Exactly. But the thing is too, is that people don't like to talk about that type of stuff with their kids because they think it's taboo. It's not fucking taboo. I'm more than sure that girl was being touched by somebody. I don't know who introduced her to that. But as a child who was also sexually abused young, I wish I would have fucking known that. I wish that I would have felt comfortable talking to my parents about that. Understanding early. Because when you feel ashamed of it, or you think that it's taboo to talk about, you do not realize how much shit kids keep left in, right? And being in therapy and stuff, talking about that type of stuff, touching base on that type of stuff, I'm doing it now in my adulthood. But as a child, imagine if I felt comfortable talking to my mother about it. My mother still doesn't know. Y'all know. But my mother still doesn't know. Because as a kid, I felt ashamed of it. I thought that something was wrong with me. It wasn't until my sophomore or junior year in high school when I had a friend who was just like, oh yeah, da happened to me. And her story mirrored mine so bad. I was like, what? You talked to your mom about it? What did she say? I thought that was normal. Baby! High school! That's what that burning thing is. But my eyes is watering because apparently something burned on my stupid ass electric stove and now it's like getting in my eyes. But anyways, that's what I was like, when she said, I was like, oh, that happened to me. That wasn't normal. And I realized it opened up something for me that I had like locked away. Something I had put away that I didn't think about. I guess my brain just trying to, I guess you can say, protect me from the trauma. Yeah. Exactly. Trying to protect me from the trauma. I'm not crying for real, y'all. My eyes is literally burning. And at the time, I didn't know that what was happening to me was wrong. I didn't know what was happening because it happened with somebody that I trusted. So I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. And I didn't fully understand what happened to me until I was like a sophomore or junior in high school when I heard another girl talking about it happening to her and how her mother handled it when she found out. Yeah, it's like, and imagine if I knew about this stuff early. And don't get me wrong, my mother was a very involved parent. Let me make sure I'm making that very clear. My mother was a very involved parent. Okay, we talk about spa days. My mama used to sit there and talk to us. I talk about this in my videos all the time. Talk to us for hours about not becoming teen moms and stuff like that. But my mom was weird. She was one of them people who was weird around talking about, sexual activity and stuff. And she told us that if we were ever wanting to do that, or if we ever felt comfortable doing that, to talk to her about it. but she never really like talked about like sex education. Like she talked about it in like a don't become a teen mom, don't let boys get into your pants, don't let them convince you that you're the prettiest girl in the world and that's the reason why they should be able to touch you or stuff like that. Don't let them lie to you. Focus on school, get you a good job. Like that's the type of things my mom did, right? That was the kind of like sex education that she gave us. She never gave us like the whole this is what this means. This is what this looks like. This is what this sounds like. It's not okay for somebody in your close family or in the family to do something like that to you. It's not that my mother never had those type of conversations. I grew up in a family with a weird uncle where he would say weird shit. Like he would look at our asses and be like, oh my gosh, y'all asses all out and stuff. And I used to advocate for myself and talk to my mom and be like, why isn't nobody saying anything about him saying shit like that to young girls? Why is nobody questioning why he's looking at his niece's asses? Why is nobody saying anything? And my mom, she basically chopped it up to, oh, well, he didn't touch you. So I'm gonna keep him away from you. I'm gonna make sure she wasn't making sure we wasn't forced to be around him. She was keeping us away from him, but at the exact same time, I'm just like, why aren't you snapping on the rest of the family about this man saying inappropriate things to his nieces? It's fucking weird. But it wasn't until I was much older and learning all about these things and about all the stuff that happened to me that, you know, that it wasn't right. But literally, I had almost fought that man because I was not comfortable around him. I was like, don't come near me, don't talk to me, don't touch me, I don't care. I don't like you, you're weird. And so, I always wondered why as parents we don't do that. I had saw a lady on TikTok. She had, hold on y'all. She had taught her children, hold on, comprehension, age appropriate sex ed. Yeah, yep, same. She was teaching her children about their bodies. And her kids couldn't have been older than like 4 or 5. 4 and 5 maybe at the oldest. And her kids knew what all of their body parts were. Vagina, penis, breast, butt. They knew about all that. And people were getting on her in the comments about teaching them that stuff. And I was like, what's wrong with y'all? A mother is teaching her children about their body parts so nobody can take advantage of them, and y'all are mad? Talk about they're too young? No, they're not. No, they are not. Now those kids understand. There's a way to approach the conversation. There's a way to tell your children this without frightening them or whatever. But even a little fear. Personally, as a parent, if I was a parent, I don't think fear is a bad thing. I know why this water is so hot. Like, why is it burning? Exactly, they do enable abusers. I'm like, why are y'all angry with her about this? Once again, there's a way to approach it. There's a way to talk to your children about it without like confusing them. But people like you're scaring them, you're taking away their innocence. I would much rather take away their innocence with a little bit of fear than somebody snatch my baby innocence with a little bit of abuse. Amen? I'd much rather scare my kids now and then be hyper aware and understand that the world is a dangerous place than me trying to make them believe in the Easter Bunny and that everybody is safe, when the funny thing is that it don't be the strangers that be abusing your children. It be their pastors, it be their brothers, it be their fathers, it be their uncles, it be their teachers, it be their coaches. It be their babysitters. It be the people who are closest to them, who have access to them, who are doing these things to them. And you being angry or thinking it's taboo to warn your children the fact that there are predators out there closer than they think. You thinking that and believing that is how your children are being abused. And too afraid to tell you because the monster that took advantage of them told them it was their fault. And that if they say anything to you, you're going to be mad at them. When you leave your children misinformed or ill-informed, leave your children ignorant and innocent, it leaves them vulnerable. So I'd much rather my baby be a little afraid. A little fear never hurt nobody. Fear keeps us alive. Imagine telling a mama bunny not to tell her babies to look out for foxes because they're scary. Oh, okay. Watch that baby get ate the fuck up. Baby, I watch my baby be a little scared than dead. And that's why, like I said, my mom, right? My mom, bless her heart, I'm not gonna lie. My mother tried her best to explain stuff. My mother tried her best. She kind of like danced around it though. She didn't like fully go into depth of like, it can be your uncles, it can be your brothers, it can be your cousins, it can be your teacher, it can be your coach. Like my mother didn't talk to us about that type of stuff. But my mother did teach us about stranger danger and stuff. But the movie, I made a video about this on my TikTok about last year. I had told people, I said, if you have young children, especially daughters, make your children watch Lovely Bones. Evaporated milk for your macaroni and cheese. I make my cheese sauce first and then I add my noodles in. Make your children watch Lovely Bones. Please. That shit was the scariest movie. That shit scared the fuck out of me as a kid. I was like, oh. Baby, what? What do you mean? What do you mean her neighbor? What do you mean her neighbor grabbed her and cut her? Ah! But to me, a neighbor was still a stranger. A neighbor was still a stranger to me. I'm telling every mother, if you have a young daughter, make your children watch Lovely Bones. My mama made us watch that shit before we were 10. Before we were 10, me and my two sisters, we had to watch that shit. Make your children watch Lovely Bones. That man was walking around with her family, searching for her. He built this man. This is how dedicated predators are. If you never watched the movie, I'm about to spoil it. This man built a hole. He dedicated weeks to digging a hole in a field, filling it with trinkets, putting electricity in it, all types of shit just to trap her. And while he's walking around with her family and searching for her, he has that baby's body cut up in a fucking safe. Baby, that shit radicalized me. I said, fuck no, bitch. You will not catch me walking off with no man or nothing on my leg. No. I am good. I'm solid. You got it. Y'all can have it. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, that one movie is why I swore off men. Hello? Y'all be too afraid to scare some kids. At the end of the day, it's like a catch-22 because it don't make no sense. You are saying, oh, the world is too scary for children. We shouldn't teach them about children. Well, when at the exact same time, they're the ones who are the most at risk. This is the life I needed. Oof, I'm scared to watch that. Girl, watch Lovely Bones. Yes. Thanks, Randy. I've been desperate for others to feel the same rage I've been feeling. Yeah, very cathartic. Yeah. Though they're the ones who took advantage of the most. What do you mean you don't want to teach your children? What are you talking about? They're the ones who are most at risk. They're the ones who are being taken advantage of. They're the ones who are the most misinformed, the most ignorant, and the ones who cannot defend themselves. They are literally in the worst position. The best you can do, because you can't watch your children all the time. You can't watch them all the time. You can't be there all the time. You just fucking can't. The best you can do as a parent is educate them so they're not taken advantage of. And not only to educate them on how to protect themselves, but how to also protect their peers. You have no idea how much children take in. Children are sponges. They absorb so much. There are so many little girls out there and little boys out there who they don't feel comfortable telling their parents. They don't feel comfortable telling their uncles or grandparents. They don't feel comfortable telling an adult. But they'll tell their friends. They'll tell their friends in ways that the kid doesn't understand at the time. They'll be like, oh, like, let's say, for instance, they'll have a friend who maybe has like a doll that's really messed up. They know that their friend loves dolls. Why is your doll's hair ripped out? Why'd you draw all over your doll's face? And they'll say things like, I don't like the game that me and daddy play. And to a kid, they probably just thinking, oh, they don't like hide and seek. They don't like tag. But imagine if you educated your child on how to recognize sexual abuse behavior in their peers. And if they don't have to talk to their peer about it. But imagine if your children knew how to recognize that type of shit and they came to you about it as a parent. Hey mom, my friend said something to me. And you remember how you was talking to me about what to recognize and stuff? My friend talked to me about something, and I don't know, mama. I don't know if it's right or not, but she said something to me, and I'm scared. Then, as a parent, you can take action. You can get other adults involved. You can get those parents investigated. Imagine that. You have no idea how many kids. Me, as a kid, I had a stepsister who was telling me about some of the abuse that she was going through. And as a kid, I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't know what to, and at the time, I wasn't even really paying attention to it. She would say shit to me like, oh, I love when, well, stepsister, friend, whatever. I love when you're around because this person doesn't feel comfortable doing anything to me when you're here. She'll say stuff like, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're with me. And I'll be like, what the fuck you mean you happy that I'm here? What do you mean that you happy that I'm with you? Why? Hold on. I gotta research into it. I fear 5-year-olds. Maybe a bit too young, but fuck, the world we live in today feels so much scarier than when I was a kid. Yeah, well, I feel like the world is it's the same amount of scary. It's just on screen now. We've investigated now. Possibly another year or two, maybe conversations we had until then. I'm raising superheroes whether they like it or not. Hello? And also, too, you have to look out as a parent. Whatever. You have to look out as a parent what your kid can or cannot take. You know what I'm saying? Some kids at 4 years old, they understand the world more than most 8-year-olds. And some kids, it take them a little bit longer. They late bloomers. But at the same time, you just have to level out what you're teaching your children. But y'all, honestly, I'm sorry. I'd much rather my kid be scared and educated than happy and ignorant. As somebody who's experienced sexual abuse myself, knowing people who have experienced sexual abuse, knowing what that could do to your body and to your brain, how it affects you as you're an adult, fuck no. I want my kids to know as soon as they are conscious enough to understand. The world is a dangerous place. People are scary. The thing that pushed me the hardest about this was I had watched a video of a reporter, and she goes to prisons and she talks to prisoners like, serial rapists, serial murderers. She talks to all these people, right? And in one of her interviews, multiple of her interviews, she heard some of the wildest things. But one of her interviews was that she spoke to a man, and the man, I don't know if he was her uncle, her cousin. We don't know what the man was to this girl. His sister or whoever this woman was to her, and then her daughter, all went in a car ride and went to a store. Okay? The mom went inside the store. He stayed in the car with the little girl. It took him 7 minutes to assault that little child. In the car, it took him 7 minutes to assault that little girl. While her mother is in the grocery store. Bitch, that shit radicalized the fuck out of me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Y'all can call me a bad parent or whatever. I don't care. 7 minutes while I'm in the grocery store. While I'm in the grocery store, you took advantage of my baby in the car. While I'm grocery shopping. And then your child, you come back from grocery shopping and your child has been scarred for fucking life. Now, I don't know how he knows this, but he knew that she was like strung out on drugs and stuff now. Because the reporter asked him, she was like, do you still know what she's up to? You know what she's doing? And he's just like, yeah, she's strung out on drugs somewhere now. First of all, why do you know about her whereabouts? That's number one. Second of all, how close are you to this child that you were able to keep up with her life like this? The world is a scary fucking place. Truly it is. And I know as parents, as elders, just me being an older sister, I don't have any kids, but I was parentified young. And I had took part in raising my little sister, even to this point that she sees me like a second mom. Right? Dude, I would do everything in my power to protect her. Everything in my power to protect her. I would take a bullet for that girl. She is my whole fucking world. I couldn't imagine my baby, a baby that I carried and pushed out of me, or a child I adopted if I was doing that. Going through something like that, and there was some way for me to prevent it, because not every single predator goes in face first. Most of them butter your children up. Right? Buying them gifts, taking them out on excursions, telling them that they're special, how happy they are that that y'all can be so close so quick. They manipulate your children into believing, oh, that's your tickle spot, that's your happy spot. They build a rapport with your children. They build a relationship with your children so they can turn them against you. Meaning, mommy and daddy wouldn't understand our relationship. They wouldn't understand us. You can't tell them, or they'll take you away from you. They'll take me somewhere bad. You want me to go somewhere bad? That's what you want? And as a kid, you don't want anybody to get in trouble because of you. You don't want to tattle on your friend. A 35-year-old man shouldn't be your damn friend. A 35-year-old woman shouldn't be your damn friend. A 16-year-old has no business being friends with an 8-year-old. Conversations. Having your children understand that the uncomfortable feelings that they feel, no matter if it's their uncle, their teacher, their coach, their brother, their dad, their mother, their pastor, their big sister. Teaching your children how to recognize the behaviors and recognizing when they're uncomfortable and ignoring whatever the relationship is to that person is how you keep them safe. And it's a hill that I'm willing to die on. It's a hill that I'm willing to die on. I'm so passionate about it because there's no real way for us to protect our babies. And I'm not saying that education is going to prevent it, but shit, if it's my best shot, that's what I'm going to take. If it's the best shot that I got, You better bet your sweet ass. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. If it's the best shot that I got to protect my kids, that's what I'm gonna do. Where is it? Well, I'm gonna put some water in a cup. I don't remember which one of these motherfuckers is it. I'm not gonna make my life difficult. Pork chops is gone. Better not hurt. Many things, food. Oh, thank you. I care about them, bro. Like, I care about them. I just do. Even though I'm not a parent. Even if I'm not a parent, I just don't fucking care. Like, I would much rather my child be informed and afraid than me trying to keep them happy and keep on letting them think in fairy tale dreams. The world is not a fairy tale. It's just fucking not. That's better than my parent. Hello? I'm still iffy on kids. I don't know if I want kids or not. I don't know if I have the mental capacity for kids, and I'm the type of person I don't like to dive into something like that that's irreversible without really measuring my risks. You know? If I'm gonna be a parent, I'm gonna give it my all, you know? And I just like to always put myself in people's shoes, you know? We were all kids at one point. And imagine if my mother had heard somebody like me talking about these types of conversations. Maybe she could have educated me young so I wasn't taken advantage of. Imagine if my friend, her mother had heard conversations from me. They could have known how to protect their children. Sometimes it's your husbands, your boyfriends, touching your kids, your girlfriends. I want everybody as much as I can, possibly, as much as possible. That's so important to wait. Yeah, wait, 100% certain. Yep. But you know, society puts pressure on people to have kids because, oh, you're gonna be old. Who's gonna take care of you when you old, bitch? My butler. Hello. My staff. What is he talking about? I'm not banking on my kids taking care of me when I'm old. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? My children are my servants. I don't have, really? If I do become a parent, I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. I really don't have much expectations for my kids besides them being educated. That's all I'm gonna care about. You don't know what you want to do? You're going to college until you can figure it out. Don't know what you want in life? Ooh. That's all I want for my children to be educated. Just be educated. That's all I want. Almost forgot. That's what I want. Anything outside of that, they can let me know on their own when they're older. I don't have any expectations for them. Besides them to be educated, happy kids. That's it. vaccinated, happy kids. That's all mama want. Don't be hurting nobody. Just live your life. Do what you feel is right for your life. In your body, in your time. Explore. Have fun. Go out. Be free. Don't let people convince you to do something you don't want to do. Alright, y'all, for my macaroni, I use evaporated milk and then the Velveeta liquid cheese packets to make my cheese sauce. I put shredded cheese in there. I had a slice of American cheese that was going to expire soon, so I just threw that in there. And then I add in some nature seasoning, some pepper, and a little bit of salt in my water, in my noodle water when it was boiling. I added some salt. And then I just added a little bit of chicken bouillon powder. This is a sweetened condensed milk that I put in. Now, if you're going to use this, just know, so she's a little strong. Very sweet. She packs a very pungent punch. So, you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. Baby, look at them pork chops. Hold on. Pork chops going. Mac getting done. Oh, baby, you need to check on the yams. I don't even know where my damn muffin tin is at. I am such a chaotic cook. I'm all over that place. That sounded so relaxing. I love it. Which one? Shoot. I got so much stuff going on over here. You know I'm chaotic as hell. I usually have it. Add a little bit more milk. Just a little bit more to my cornbread. Make it a little bit more loose. Oh, the sizzling? Yeah. I love that sound. It's nice. But just know anything, if y'all ever need to know anything about me, just know that I care about people. I'm just not going to sugarcoat nothing. That's the thing. I might love you and want the best for you, but you're not going to see me coddling you. I think we're too old for that shit. Personally. I think we're too old. So I'm telling you something that your mama should have told your ass when you was growing up. Don't get mad at me. You know? Don't get mad at me, baby. I ain't the one who did it to you. You know? You can call now for like this and I'll get you. Since you pray for people, if you feel like someone bleeding on the food necessary. Not that old, but okay. That's, I mean, like, we're grown. We're adults. Old enough to know better. You know? I feel like there's a way to say things without necessarily having to be brutally honest all the time. I guess you have. I feel like you just have to be brutally honest to the motherfuckers who need it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people need to be told that they a dumb fuck. Some people need that. You know what I'm saying? Some people need that. Some people need to hear it, and some people need to say it. And I'm gonna count myself as the person who needs to say it because it makes me feel good to call somebody a dumb fuck. You know, being honest doesn't necessarily have to be brutal. Like there's a way for you to say things without necessarily fucking somebody up mentally, but at the same time, some people do need that. So I agree with that to a certain extent for sure. That's crazy. I usually don't got enough to make all sense. So that's interesting. Not used to that. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know why I'm always saying thank you, Jesus. I'm not even Christian. Even though I do believe that God did come down here in human form at some point. So, who gives a fuck what we call it? Yeah, no. Okay. Y'all, I've been meaning to ask y'all this for a while. I'm somebody who, like, will lick my bowl clean or scrape my plate clean because I don't like wasting food. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I hate when there be like remnants left and shit. I don't know what's with me in that. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like I want to be able to get every last drop. Everything that my money paid for. You know? I hate that. Oh, what's that? Children honesty when necessary, just regular honesty the rest of the time. Yeah. Don't look the ugly. Bessie, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about like cooked food. Come on, man. You act like you know me for a little bit. I'm not gonna lick this. I'm talking about just scraping it, getting it out. You know? All right. Muffins are in. Well, not yet, but batter's in. Oh. Wearing glasses to get fogged. Same, I recently realized that I came from a trauma of being stuck at the dinner table all by myself one dark night. Not dark because I needed to finish my plate. Even if I'm full. My dad used to do that to us. But that's only because my dad, he's an asshole. But my dad, like, he used to be like, so y'all used to be complaining. I'm hungry. I'll feed you. Now you don't want to eat. My dad used to do that to us. Make us eat with everything on our plate. He eventually give up after like an hour or two. Man, just a hint more mixed milk. Just a hint. I think that mine comes from just like the scarcity mindset I grew up with. Just not knowing when the next time, if we have to wait until the 15th, you know, I grew up as food stamp kid. So I wait until the 15th. If I have any food left, I don't have to waste nothing. Maybe that's the reason why I'm a foodie. I don't like wasting anything. Add a little bit of flour because my macaroni is a little too watery. I like my sauces to stick. That's the type of girly pop I am. But my dad too. My dad was quite abusive due to alcoholism. I appreciate you, Bessie. You know me. How to finish this today. Yeah. My dad was abusive too. He trying to make up for it now, but now I'm just like, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, fuck yeah. A little bit more flour. Just picking up this. Picking up this batter. I love this little thing because it reminds me of Shrek. But yeah, like, ooh. And one thing I want for this community is that we're not going to always agree. You know, we're not going to agree on everything. And we don't have to. But my non-negotiable is that we respectful to each other. That we care about each other, you know. And that we understand that even if we don't always agree, we still don't condone abusive, you know, any type of ism or phobia rhetoric, you know. And always remember, you don't want everybody to like you. You don't want that. Because if everybody liked you, then rapists would like you, murderers would like you, homophobes would like you, transphobes would like you, insecure people would like you, pedos would like you. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Trust me, I know if I'm too liked, I ain't doing something right. That's a crowd of people that I would never want to be liked by. Ever. Thank ya. Alright. Let's start putting this thing away. Hello? You don't want to be liked by everybody. Being liked by everybody isn't a flex. I want to be liked by like-minded individuals, people who aren't miserable, people who love life and love people who are passionate, people who have empathy, people who are intellectuals, who got a brain up inside that skull, people who are respectful, you know? People who can agree to disagree when it's necessary. We're not going to be agreeing to disagreement on human rights. We're not doing that. And I tell you all the time, motherfuckers always want to be the cruelest ever. Until it's stay punk ass in the hot seat. Now, your punk ass want empathy, sympathy, people to understand. I said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. Okay? Nobody doesn't understand empathy. Everybody understands empathy. Hey, shark girl. Where's Lava Boy? Everybody understands empathy. Don't ever let nobody tell you that they don't, because they're lying. Hold on. I love that. I love her discourse. I wish Ron would come back. There was so much good stuff in that combo. Definitely some friendly type of decisions. Yep. Also flip the twerk. I already flipped them, best. Oh wait, I already flipped them. They flipped 3 times. This is the 3rd time. I'm gonna take them out now. They coming out now. Oh my god. Baby, you see that? Oh shit, it's coming off. Golden. coming off, child. I did kind of break it with the cons, my bad. I'm being impatient. Don't rush like me, y'all. Okay, this is how it's supposed to come out. Golden. Bam. Up. Ciao. Okay, there we go. Boom. Look at that. Don't rush like me. And break the damn skin off the pork chop. This is my second time making pork chops, y'all. That's it. They looking how they looking. Let me put this butter away. I sure forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. I just want us to have it. I don't know where Tamara went. Maybe my girl ran away because she a little afraid. But listen, the thing is that I'm not gonna judge you. I'm one of the people where I'm not gonna judge you if your mind is in a certain headspace, as long as you're willing to learn. As long as you're willing to learn, as long as you're willing to grow, as long as you're willing to admit, yeah, maybe my thought process wasn't wrong. Because listen, we're gonna be wrong some fucking times. We can't always be right. We're not perfect. But at the end of the day, the important thing is to learn and grow. I hate when this like glares in a way. The important thing is to learn and grow. Learn from your mistakes and grow. Realize that your perspective, your worldview might not be the best, but still grow. I think when we're not taught acceptance early, it leaves room open for discrimination. I just watched Kitty for the first time with my niece and I cried like 4 times. Hey, when we stop talking about KDB? It's so good. I was surprised you didn't just start singing Golden after saying that. Baby, listen, Bess. Hey, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay, I just came from rewatching because it's all over TikTok. It's all over TikTok. I love KDP. What is it? KPDH. There we go. I love KDPH because it's so fucking good. Like, baby, I'm sorry. At first, when I was listening to Soda Pop, I was like, they ain't gonna get me. This little corny ass song. And then, baby, Idol came on. It's over. My soul is gone. Take it. Because, baby, Abby, listen, I'm not even attracted to Abby, right? But his sauce, I love a nigga who got suave. I love a man who got suave. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Baby. Like his, I can be your sanctuary. Ah! Bitch! Oh my, I said, Abby, you can have it. You can have it. The way that he says hurt, don't fucking play with me. Don't play with me, Abby, because you can get it. You can get it. I wasn't even gonna fall for it at first, but then I was just like, baby, it's the way he did the thing with the fuck. It's just, do y'all know what I'm talking about? Do you understand? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it in your spirit? Like, the way he just came in your face, and then it's just like the fangs and the, it's just so good. It's so good. And then I love the way, like, Gino, he looks up and he's just like, and you know he's so, Saja means lion or whatever the fuck. And so it's like, we're the lion pride, right? If y'all noticed, his eyes turn like cat eyes when he like looked. I was like, oh my god, everything was so tea. Like everything was so fucking tea. The entire performance was so tea. Oh my god, bro. Even baby. Oh my god, baby with the fucking thing. Oh my bitch. I was just like, come on, baby. He don't really get no lines for real. He a real supporting character, but it's okay. We love him for that. Baby, I'm gonna have to rewatch it tonight too, because baby, with my little meal, I may as well. You know, Mr. Krabs. Literally. Because, dude, what? They had no business making it that good. And then, did y'all know the, in Soda Pop, I didn't really listen to it like that because I really didn't care like that. The full song, Your Idol is Tea. It's so good. It's too good. It's too good. Free, it goes, my list goes Free, Idol, and then Either golden or what it sounds like. I still haven't decided between those two. But literally, did y'all notice in Soda Pop? I didn't notice it at first, but the one where it's like is it the second verse? No, it's towards the end. That high note is Mystery. The going what is, oh my god, it's what is it? He was just like, just can't get enough. Can't even sing right now. You know, and he was just like, oh yeah. That fucking, I was like, Mystery, you better. At the end, that's him. That whole, I was like, I thought that was Gino. I thought that was Gino who hit that note at the end. That's Mystery, y'all. And his Mystery's fan base is so fucking delusional. I love them girls. I love them girls down. They are so funny. They was like, look, y'all. Child, look at my muffins. They look like they got a titty, but that's okay. They was like, look, y'all. At this second, his eye twitched. I love the Mystery girl. They was like, look, y'all. And look, at time step 4719. At 4719. We had a 2319. At 4719. He flipped his hair. We could see a sliver of his eyeball. Them bitches are dedicated. Y'all, I can't sing for real. I really can't sing for real. I really can't. Okay, but I appreciate y'all having me up. Y'all are so sweet. But like, bitch, girl, the Mystery girlies are so dedicated. I feel like my favorite person is, I'm stuck between Gino and Abby, because Gino, he has more screen time, obviously, but I love like Abby's little moments, because he's just like, what he say? He's just like, I love his one line where he was just like, that one's always looking at me, and then his shirt kind of, I really love it. I love it, and he's just so suave. Like, I fucking love that. And since I can't really choose who my favorite is out the Soulja Boys, I know who my favorite is out of the Huntrix though. It's Mida. Who's your favorite out of Huntrix? My favorite is Mida. I just love her. She was like, yeah, that's right. I fucking love her. Because she just gives such masculine baddie, but feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gives that tough, that's like not masculine in the sense where it's like, it's dehumanizing her, like not making her feminine. She just has like that tough girl, like bad bitch energy. Like, I don't give a fuck, I'm that girl type of energy, but she still keeps her femininity. I love it. And they did not make her overly masculine or manly. She still has her femininity, but she's that tough girl. And then called the problem child, me. I relate to her so freaking bad. So freaking bad. And also, y'all might hate me for real. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all might hate me for real. But the Celine hate is so forced. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. The Celine hate is so forced and it pisses me off. Every single time. I was a third wheel spaz. That's funny. It pisses me off. Because they like, oh my God, Celine told Rumi to cover up her patterns and not embrace herself. You damn right, bitch. Did y'all, maybe I'm just missing something. Did y'all forget that Gima is a soul snatching demon who kills people? Did we forget that? And Celine's friend had a baby with a demon that kills people. Not saying that Gima is Rumi's dad. I'm saying that her father is part of that realm. No matter if they're under Gima's control or whatever, they still kill people. Y'all should be happy. Y'all should be lucky that Celine didn't off Rumi from RIP. Because till this day, I still don't know how Gima could not control her. I'm still confused on that front. I also love Mida too. My niece said the exact same thing. She relates to her so much that I made me cry even more. Yeah, she's the best. Mida is literally that fucking girl. Exactly. She said you should be lucky that she didn't take her out. Because my best friend said she would have killed her. Because you don't know what she's capable of. You don't know what. To this day, I do not know. How does Gima not control her? How? And y'all are expecting too much from Celine. She did everything that she could to love her. But personally, Personally, I don't blame her at all for telling that girl not to embrace her demon side. Why would you want her to do that? Why would you want her to embrace the side that kills the other side of her? And then when you kill the demons, they don't even die. They just go back to the realm. They don't die. They just exorcise them. They're only exorcised, but they don't die. They kill people. And you wanted Celine to tell her to embrace that? Absolutely not. You wanted Celine to tell her to embrace that side of her? Absolutely not. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. And she gets so much hate and it pisses me off. Because she still tried her best to love Rumi despite her being afraid and despite her not knowing everything that she was capable of and her just going according to what she's only learned. Celine was taught, kill the demons because they kill people. And you're not even killing the demons, exorcise the demons because they kill people. Why in the fuck are y'all mad at her? Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. And it doesn't make any sense for y'all to even be rooting for the demons because that's like I watched Twilight. That's like with Bella's dumbass. Girl, I couldn't stand her. With Bella's dumbass. Ooh. Talk about something. The vampires, they never hurt anybody. They never hurt anybody. Never hurt anybody. But then you got smoke with Jacob. Never hurt anybody. Sweetheart, they eat humans. Literally. Jasper tried to eat you in the second movie. Make it make sense. You sympathizing with these creatures? What's wrong with you? Survival instinct of a grape. Okay, y'all, yams is out. I add a little bit of flour to it to mix it up to make it nice and thick. I like my sauce to be nice and thick. It's gonna look crazy at first, I promise, but just bear with me, okay? Trust me, I've done this before. Now don't burn yourself, Coy, because you move too damn fast. It's crazy as hell on this live. Okay. Ooh, girl, you is hot. Freaking hot, hot, hot. I'm ready. Maybe it's because she's half human. I thought that Celine hate was because she lied to me about how she lose the marks if she secured the honeymoon. My missus must watch tonight. Equal more Mormon propaganda. True. Low key. I don't know much about Mormons. Tell us more, Serenity. Tell us more. Well, like, no. Basically, the hate. They're mad at Celine for telling Rumi to cover that part of her up. Of like not embracing her demon side. They're mad at Celine about that. Because she refused to allow her to embrace it. But I don't think that y'all understand. She does not know. It's the same thing with Renesmee from Twilight. It's the same thing. They don't have no way of knowing what she will be like. They don't know. They've never met somebody like her before. And it's fearful. And I'm glad that Celine kind of gave Rumi time to make sure that she was okay before they just said, yeah, I'm the type of person to just let's see first, and if it's bad, then we'll figure it out. But before that, don't do anything. I'm that type of person, right? But I understand the fear because you don't know. Hold on. No way, holy crap, I gotta do a deep dive. That's honestly so funny. Please do tell us more. Oh yeah, I see. I think Celine felt like many mothers feel when their children turns out different. Yes and no. This is not just your kid likes boys. You know what I'm saying? This is not just your kid thinks that they're a girl or feels as though they're a girl. You know, your kid, this is not something that's harmless. In this way, it's similar in that way, Serenity. It's definitely similar in that way, but it's not exactly the same because in this situation, the other side of her kills people, literally. So excuse the fuck out of Celine for not wanting her to embrace the side that kills people. Like, excuse the fuck out of us. Babe, now, why did I add that extra milk? Yeah, look at my cornbreads. Look at my cornbreads. They like little, you can't even see for real. There we go. Put this down because that shit is hot. They like little boobies. They don't gotta be aesthetically pleasing. They still gonna be good. I promise you that. I'm on board with the Celine defense team. Hello, my muffins look wonderful. Oh, thank y'all so much. Y'all be hyping me up. Y'all be hyping me up so bad. I love y'all. Like, they look like little nipples, but that's okay. They're gonna still be good. I promise you they're gonna still be good. Okay, let's take our plate for real. First of all, let me get. And like, they literally are dogging her so bad. They're dogging her so bad, and I don't know why. Like, dude, what the fuck do y'all want from her? What do y'all want from her? She tried to love her. She tried to be there for her. She tried to embrace her. Yes, Rumi wanted her to embrace all of her. But we had no idea how Rumi would have turned out. She didn't turn out to be a demon. Great. But baby, you can't say towards the end of the movie, you didn't think that her ass was about to turn. I did. I was like, Rumi, click roll. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I'm like, y'all better. You know what I'm saying? I was ready. I was ready. Because y'all can't tell me that she didn't spook us a little bit. Towards the end. I was like, baby. You ain't crispy enough for me. Y'all, my pork chops got a little soft on me, so I'm throwing them in the air fryer. I'm trying to be honest with y'all. Throw them in the air fryer a few minutes. Let me let that. Oh, it's not plugged up. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, I want them to be a little bit crispier than that. Thank you. Yeah, what was it? But yeah, they're dogging her so bad. Like, she was talking over that part, that part. They're like talking over her, be like, that bitch Celine was talking over it. Can y'all calm down? She didn't beat her. She didn't beat her. She didn't starve her. All she said is don't embrace your demon side. That's the worst she did. I saw somebody have a take, y'all. I saw somebody have a take saying that she was worse than Gima. I'm sorry. Let me make sure that I am understanding something. She's worse than the soul-sucking demon who tricks people into giving him their souls and then makes them suffer for all eternity in their shame. And kills people. She's worse than that. Just because she didn't let her adoptive daughter embrace her demonic side. Are y'all slow? Are you with us? Because I'm not really understanding. No, I just can't. I can't. I will not be falling for the Celine hate. I won't be doing it. Y'all can have it. Maybe get a little crispier. Let me show you the spread. Cut them yams, baby. Yeah. Bread, macaroni, Yeah, chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. Chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies. What's that from, Bonnie? So yeah, I was gonna say it like this. You bitches got a problem with Celine, you got a problem with me. I cut a bitch. Yeah, no. Like, no. But they just did such a beautiful job on the Soulja Boys. The movie is so beautifully made. I'm so mad because it's supposed to be 3 hours long. Release the director's cut. We will watch it. Release the director's cut. We will watch the entire 3 hours. There was supposed to be an aquarium scene where Ginu and Rumi kiss. Squeeze me. Have y'all seen that sound on TikTok? The one with Ego. It broke my heart to put that tuner in her head. What? Little side note about Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy. I found it funny. That scene is funny because it's like genuine. When you really think about it, y'all. If you don't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy, Ego is like this extraterrestrial being that is one of a kind. He was just born out of whatever. He doesn't have a mother, no parents, whatever. It's only ever been him. And he's exceptional, right? And so he's been going around trying to find a way to duplicate himself, apparently, and basically rule over the universe because he thinks that he's the best thing in the world. And so he's been going around procreating with a whole bunch of women. And he just thought that just every species, everybody, even humans, everybody was just disappointed because they're not as powerful or successful as him, whatever. But in the scene, what I'm talking about is in the scene, one of his children, which is Star-Lord, which is one of the main characters, one of his children is there and he actually possesses the power for them to be, one. And so Ego, his mindset is that it gets no better than me, right? So he killed his son, Star-Lord's mother, by putting a tumor in her head. Star-Lord had to watch his mother die. All these years, he didn't know who his dad was. He thought that his mother was just talking gibberish because she had cancer. So when he said that to him, Star-Lord was like, what? Because he just had to watch his mother wither away and die. And Star-Lord wasted no time. None. The moment he heard what he said, he pulled his guns out and just started loading them up. Just lighting his ass up. And Ego was genuinely confused and angry as to why Star-Lord was attacking him. He was like, what are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? You just told me you killed my mother. But see, Ego, he has a perfect name. Ego doesn't think it gets any better than him. He thinks, oh, since you have found me, since you've discovered me, I'm the best thing to ever happen to you. There's nothing that could possibly make you want anybody else but me. So he's genuinely confused and upset when Star-Lord attacks him. Because he's just like, what? What do you mean? Now you hear that? That's what I'm looking for. Crisp. Yeah. But you know what this means, though? It means that these pork chops is juicy. Nice and tender. All right. Time to make the spread. But I think that shit is so fucking funny. That Ego was genuinely confused as to why Star-Lord could possibly ever be mad at him. Oh my God, that shit made me die. I could not. I'm like, Ego, you can't go around killing people's mamas and then expecting them to love you. Like, what? Baby, are y'all seeing this? Are y'all seeing this? Thank God my little sister ain't on here because she showed me like, make me a plate. Get off there, little noodle. Yeah, I'm getting myself a little extra macaroni. Mind your business. Your business nasty. Yeah. All right. Look at that perfectly golden muffin. You ruining the aesthetic. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Let me flip y'all around. This is the plate, baby. Would you look at that? Baby. Loving it. Gorgeous. But all right, y'all. Listen, I wanna deep dive more into K-pop Demon Hunters. So I don't be expecting a video this week. I'm trying to take a mental break because y'all have told me that taking a mental break, a short mental break, is better than my ass disappearing for a month and a half. So I'm not gonna be uploading this week, but next week for sure I will be uploading. I might upload a short this week. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But I do want to come back live. So I want to come back live tomorrow. Y'all just need to tell me what time tomorrow I should do it. Since I'm not posting this week, I will come on live. So what time do y'all want me to come on tomorrow? I'll wait for y'all to reply. Where am I going? This one's here. I'll come in like anytime between like, I guess you say maybe 12 p.m., 1 p.m. and later. Y'all just gotta tell me what time y'all want me to come. Give myself another cornbread. I'm back after cleaning up with the kids. The same time will be awesome a bit later. What time did I come on today? What time is it? 10? I came on around like 8. Doesn't matter. I'm off, so I'll catch you either way. Okay, I want us to deep dive tomorrow. Remind me, y'all. Don't let me forget. I want us to deep dive tomorrow into KPD. I want us to talk about that. Because I want us to... And then maybe I'll sing a little bit. Maybe I'll sing a little bit. I'll say a little song. You know. So I came on around like 8... I do my homework tonight, period. I will see you tomorrow there, Silly Billy. I will come on, what, 8? What we think, 8? Will be okay for me to come on tomorrow? Let me know. I want to make sure that I catch y'all. Y'all my girls. Y'all stay with me. Y'all ride with me so hard. Serenity, Silly Billy, y'all know y'all ride with me so fucking hard. I love you so bad. Don't know what happened to our girl tomorrow. I was really enjoying talking to her. But 8 o'clock. I gotta clean this house too. House a little dirty. Yeah, 8's fine. 8's fine. Okay. All right then. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Yes, tomorrow if you see this, please come back. Come back, girly pop. I love y'all very, very, very much. I will see y'all tomorrow at 8 then. Hold me to it. Do not let me forget to talk about KDPH. Okay? Love y'all. Bye. Ooh.